But my advice to you, my friend, just don't do anything hot. It is what it is.
Good advice.
Who's the next one?
We got, I believe this is Delano. This is March 18th, 2000 male. What do you think I have in my future? Give me something good, brother. Birthday special. It's my birthday. Thanks.
March 18th. It is his birthday. Happy birthday. Do we have any sound effects?
Yes, we do, actually.
Don't do no Undertaker, bro.
There you go. Happy birthday, brother. Ta-da.
There you go,
We'll add
man.
some more soon, bro.
It is what
got
it is,
you.
man. Anyways,
Yeah.
congratulations. You are now in the 3-year. Because you were in an 11-year cycle, and in 11-year cycles, they challenge people emotionally. So from 2024 till 2025, birthday to birthday, it was a very emotional time for you. As a matter of fact, when I look at people in 11s, that's usually when their outlook on life changed. I discovered numerology in my 11-year cycle. I've seen this many times. So now you're in a 3-year cycle. Now it's about socializing. People in 3 years, even if you're a homebody, time to get out. Even if you're a person who doesn't like socializing, this is the year to network. So you're in the 3-year cycle. This is what you have to do. As a dragon, let me tell you something about dragons. If you know nothing about a person except the fact that he's a dragon, at least you can trust that. Because dragons are very honorable. Even if they're criminals, they'll have an honorable code amongst them. Because dragons have it in their nature that their word means a lot to them. So when a dragon tells you something, it's most likely going to do it.
You can trust it.
Now, as a 5 life path, because that's what this man is total, watch out for them 304s, bro. That's what it comes down to. Because when it comes down to 5s, the one thing I've seen take down 5 life paths quicker than anything is women.
Really?
And you're basically a Pisces too, so you know you're sensitive. You know you're sensitive. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cook you or anything, but you know you're sensitive. All these Pisces, these Cancers, they're actually romantics. Like you know how a lot of guys like to make fun of, oh, roses, open doors for the ladies.
Yeah.
Cancers, Pisces, that's what it is. And by the way, guys, we're going to be having a course on this.
Yes.
Real soon.
We're going to break down
I'm
everything.
going to break this down in a course real soon. Brother, have fun in your 3-year. Remember, next year's your 4-year. After your birthday in 2026, that's when you need to lay low a little bit. Who's next? And make sure we go through all of them.
Yep. We got Edson Ponce. Hi, Gary. Hope all is well. I'm a male, September 20th, 2005, California at 6:28 a.m. Exact time. It's crazy. What's some overall advice in life and what careers are suited for me? Again, that's September 20th, 05.
September. You know, no one put me on. And you'll see why I'm talking about this in a second. But there was one guy who was close. His name was Mike Trevisano. He was in Cleveland, Ohio. He was the #1 talk show host in Cleveland, Ohio. And he was born September 20th. That is the one birthday that helped establish Gary the Numbers Guy more than any other birthday. And when it comes down to people with that birthday, you have a lot of charisma, but sensitive charisma. People who are born on that day tend to be sensitive at times and emotional at times. Now, you're born in 2005, the year of the rooster. What does that mean? That means fucking kick ass this year. Roosters, oxes, snakes, and that anyone born in those particular 3 signs, this is the year for you guys to take over. John Cena. Now, this is a name everyone knows. If you're not even into WWE, this is a name everyone knows. John Cena last headline in WrestleMania in 2013. Now he's doing it again in 2025. He's born 1977, the year of the snake. 2013 was the year of the snake, and he's back on top in 2025. So when it comes down to stuff like that, you have to understand that certain years benefit certain people. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This isn't being psychic. This is just knowing how energies help people in certain times and don't in others. So when it comes to this young man, this is your time to shine. This is honestly your time to shine. Now, as a 9 life path, I'm going to be real. People don't like to see. I used to keep 9s a secret. I used to never talk about 9s. And then people always be like, hey, gatekeeper, how come you don't tell us? Okay. You might not like what you hear, though. So 9s are some of the best at crypto.
Okay.
Miguel is born on the 9th.
9th, yeah.
They're really good. Sawyer, Hart, all these guys are 9s. They do very well with crypto. Okay. They're extremely intelligent too, because intelligence starts with I. I's the ninth letter, and the English language is there to basically guide us. But you know what else starts with I? Simp. Because quite frankly, a lot of 9 life paths put beauty above everything else. And we'll talk about this a lot more later. But 9s have issues with beauty. Now, 5s have issues because they could just start sleeping around with everything and catch a disease and all this other stuff, especially 5 men. Well, the 5 women tend to be a little bit more on the good side, especially if they have religion.
Oh, hell no.
If they have religion, it usually calms them down. But if they're, born in America and they're running wild, they're going to have a higher mileage count than a 1967 Chevy. So when it comes down to it, you have to understand that that's a 5 problem. They're good with everything. 9s are different. 9s are not good with everyone. As a matter of fact, they're super picky. They only want dime pieces. And if a 9 has some money, all of a sudden they got a lot of dimes. So my advice to you as a 9, be careful with the women. Honestly, that is the number one thing that you have to watch out for as a 9, women. When it comes down to 5s, the number one thing you have to watch out for is not to be promiscuous. It is what it is. Who's next?
All right, we got him next. Joe Money. Let's see what he says here. All right, so June 19th, 1990. Horse, 8 life path. Wife is October 19th, 1989. Snakes, 11 life path. What's your life cycle? What's the blueprint about it? Female pups, and I guess their date.
Okay, let's go through him. I mean, he just gave me a whole bunch of
things.
Yes,
a bunch
okay?
here, yeah.
So I'll stick to you and your wife. If I was have to give that on the compatibility scale, I'd probably say, hold on, let me do some research. I'd probably say about a 7 out of 10. You're not soulmates, but you do have a connection because you're both born on the 19th. When it comes down to it, snakes and horses are both fire signs. They both have a very, very passionate, but they're very different. Snakes can be lazy. Snakes can, just basically be thinkers. Okay. Horses are much more doers. Horses are workaholics and stuff like that. So you might have a little bit different with the way you guys perceive things. But when I look at you, you're born on the 19th and you have that horse energy. Try not to be so stubborn, because I know your money's up and down your whole life because of it. It is what it is. By the way, next year is your year, because it's a horse year. Next year, horse is on top.
Also, his wife is older as well.
That usually isn't a good sign, is it?
Yeah, nah. Typically, it's not.
Typically. But, let's hope my people, my subscribers are a lot smarter than the average YouTubers. As a matter of fact, I'm sure it is.
I'm sure he is.
So let's go to your wife. She's an 11 life path. So here's the thing, my man. 11s are emotional. If you're going to be with an 11, expect them to be emotional at times. She has pretty much a very athletic body. I'm sure both of you guys do, because you're both born on the 19th. Anyone born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, 28th, they're in the gym, they're working out, because that's how they do. Both of you guys need to stay the hell away from alcohol. Alcohol and ones does not mix. I know some Muslims like to drink, but I say haram, not even a Muslim.
Sneeko. Let's continue.
Oh, God. Okay. Yep. It is what it is, man.
So
hold on. Let me go back to that one.
He got female pups.
Hold on. We got some pups to go through, too.
We got 5292019. I guess a pig, which is June 29.
Okay, let's do that one first.
2020.
That's a 1 life path, but it's born in the year of the pig. So you have to understand, this is not a pig's year. We talked about this many times. So if you're born 71, 83, 95, 2007, or 219, it's not your year. Now, for a 219, what does that mean? Obviously, not going to get married. They're not worried about money. At least let's hope not. Maybe you should watch out in the park. Make sure you have that extra grip tight on the monkey bars. I don't know what to tell you, but make sure, like my kid, he was in his enemy year last year. He got bit by jellyfish like 5-6 times in a year.
Damn.
Now, that was the worst thing that happened to him. But guess what? As a parent, that sucks, because you can't really do anything. I sheltered him more than any time ever. Even when he was 2-3, I didn't shelter him the way I do when he was in his enemy year. So for you, my friend, when it comes down to it, you got to shelter your kid. Let's go to the next one.
We got... Oh, twice he sent it. Luke Davis.
No, I go back to the last one. I have one more to read on that one. Yeah, we have one more.
One more puppy.
6/29/2020. That is going to be a male pup. Okay, so here's the thing. Both the pups are born on the 29th. That's a past life connection. It works with even animals, people. It doesn't matter. If you have two people in the same family who are born on the same day, it's a past life connection. And now you know. Next person.
Damn. He also mentioned something about a car, but we'll get into that. Luke Davis. He says, so October